Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Shadow and Sun Show. Today is the showcase episode, and today your host, the gay train conductor, and this white man over here are going to showcase all the things that the two people who are standing in these seats before us made.
Howdy, folks. That's right. Today is the Sunday show-off show, where we're going to show off all of the crazy, ridiculous things we made this month in tribute to the great Ray Harryhausen. We've talked about it all month long, and now we get to show off all of the things we made that were more or less inspired.
Well, except for two of them.
Yeah, and we'll get to that. But all these items
Should we
were
do those
inspired.
ones first?
Which ones are they? Well,
The ones that were very much not inspired by what he made. I say we should.
Okay, well, let's hit up the old spin table.
Do you want to do yours or mine first? Well, not mine, but
whatever you want to show off first, and then we'll go back into the regular order.
I don't know. I say it's your decision.
Put some on the table. Let's go. Oh, big guy. Okay.
Yes.
This was a monster I created using Final Faction pieces. Okay, let it spin around and you can actually get a good look at it. It's basically just some sort of underground creature that burrows up and attacks you from under the ground using a bunch of Final Faction pieces. That being most of the head and the arms. Everything else is rocks and sand and some really crappy clay that didn't turn out as good as we hoped. And of course, foam core base.
As everything is.
Yeah. I'm pretty.
Either foam core, wood, or Pringles lids for us.
Yeah. Well, I'm really happy with this. I think it really turned out pretty unique looking, and I can't wait to get it on a gaming table for probably my Traveler game if I can get that off the ground. I'll give it one last shoot around in front of the camera, and then we'll move on to the next one. This was his version of a craft where he wanted to make out of the same basic piece for the Final Faction Rumbler. He wanted to make a dry, desiccated alien giant skull, and just a piece of terrain with a giant skull that just happened to be rotting here on the terrain, and pretty simple: rocks, sand, army painter tufts, some typical flocking and moss and things like that, with plenty of room for miniatures to be placed on the terrain. Use it as a cover or a shelter, impromptu shelter, that sort of thing.
I based it off of a specific thing, but it's can use it for whatever.
I like it. It's pretty simple. It's definitely unique, and we'll definitely get some use out of it. Maybe
it actually isn't unique, but
well, by your definition. But for me, I've never seen anything like it, and it definitely has that look to it. And like I said, we'll definitely get use out of it.
The ground is glowing.
Yeah, because the light of it.
I know why. It's just that usually doesn't happen.
Yeah, I guess the light's strong enough to pass through the foam board, which is something we might want to think about in
that's actually, that's a pretty cool thing to use.
We might be able to use that in an upcoming craft. Let's move on to the next one, and we're not going to do a scene tonight because none of these we didn't really do any miniatures that would
Well, I mean, we could technically, but
we want to move on to the
in order.
That would be then the.
Actually, we did make these first, so we are going in order.
Yeah.
Also, I'm
removing the mustache.
Yeah.
That means
the glue is still on my face.
That means the big tall guy is next.
The big tall guy.
Yeah.
I assume you're referring to this one.
This is the Cyclops we made to emulate the Cyclops from the Sinbad movie that we all enjoyed this month.
Very much.
Made out of a Hobby Lobby or Michael's Abominable Snowman and a Yeti, not
we
action
took the
figure.
head of the monkey put it on the body of the white monkey.
Yeah, it basically.
I think, yeah.
They're basically just like those statues of animals.
Because if you remember, last month when we were doing John Carter, we took a body of a monkey, put the head of the white monkey, I believe. No, we didn't.
We just took his arms off.
Yes.
Or some arms off.
Yeah, we took the... Actually, wait, what did we do?
It's not standing up straight for some... Oh, it's because the light bulb is making it...
But we took... Oh, yeah, no. We took that, and they're completely unrelated. They have nothing to do with each other, aside from the fact that we got them at the same time. No, what happened was that we took a white monkey and a brown monkey, cut off the brown monkey's head, cut off the white monkey's head, and swapped their heads around.
And then gave the white monkey extra arms.
Yeah.
But all in all, I really like the way this turned out. It definitely has that Ray Harryhausen look, except for the facial hair and the regular hair, because this guy's just an older version of the other Cyclops from the Sinbad movie. But I'm really happy with the way this turned out.
Yeah, I like how the eye turned out.
And it will definitely work. You know, here, let's put... I told myself I wasn't going to lose. Where the heck is he? Where is...
It'd help if you told me.
Doc Savage. Where's Doc Savage?
Oh, okay. Right. No. Yes, no.
Well, we'll just use John Carter to give you a scale reference.
Probably not here.
No, he's just buried in my pile of shame. Oh, there he is, right there. We'll just give...
I explained it.
Doc Savage, John Carter, face off with the Cyclops. So you can see it's pretty darn big, definitely giant size. And if I ever want to make more giants, these bodies will be what I will use, because of the size. They go definitely.
That's giants.
And I really like the way the legs turned out, because the little guy, he did most of the work on that, making.
No, he did the leg. He did the work on shaping the legs. I did the work on adding the fur.
And the hooves turned out pretty good.
Whenever he adds the fur, it's way too uniform for me.
Yeah.
When I do it, I just scrape at it. Yeah. With no real care, which is why when I do it, I get so angry, because I'm doing it with zero skill. I'm just scraping at it, and it.
And I really like the Pringles lid bases, as always. They give you a lot of room to work with and customize the base and really, make them look, interesting.
There's a reason we use Pringles lids.
Yeah, because you can fill them with clay or water effects and really get the rocks and things like that in there. So let's move on to the next one, which I think was the portals.
It was indeed the portals.
And we colored one of them with Army Painter Purple Wash. Here, let's turn them on so they get the full effect, and turn the light off here.
Yes. And the other light needs to be turned on.
No.
Okay.
I don't have to try, but...
Yeah, you can reach it.
Oh, a piece of hair there. But as you can see on your gaming table, they will look pretty interesting. For Mystic Portals, for whatever spell, or magical effect you're looking at.
Yeah.
But these were a lot of, just serendipitous discovery. As soon as I saw these, I knew exactly what.
Yeah.
It was just, they were destined to be these. There was no other craft idea I could have come up with that would have been better than this. I would have liked to have mounted them in some foam board.
And I do wish that the light was white instead of
yellowish.
Yellow, because when they're yellow, then they... Never mind. When they're yellow, then you can't color them as much. When they're white, you can make them into whichever color you would like. Right. So if we can find a white version and then just remove these, because I believe...
No, they're not anymore. They're permanent.
That's not good.
Yeah.
Next time, make them not permanent.
And on to the last craft, which was Medusa.
And it's, to me, seems a bit unfinished.
I tried doing the tentacles on the top of the head.
You mean snakes?
Yeah, the snakes, but it just wasn't happening.
I think I could do it.
It was just too tiny, but let's just...
Well, if I have any success with that, then I will
Yeah, it was
be
the
updating
milliput
you
was just not the way to go.
either as quickly as possible or at the very end of the month.
But either way, I really let's see if we can get the light in there on her face. I really like the way it turned out. In all, it's really simple and effective way to get a Ray Harryhausen style Medusa. I know in a lot of the miniatures that are out there, it's just a human female with tentacles and snakes, coming out of her head or what have you.
No
But
snakes.
yeah, they're snakes. But I just like this version better, growing up as a kid. And I do have a miniature that's similar to this, but it's only about this big. You know, it's a really small piece from archive from way back. This one just that's Medusa from the movies. Just no snakes coming out of her head.
Which I feel like you should have added.
Yeah, I just didn't have the skill, folks. I really just didn't have that sort of sculpting skill to do that. Trying to make little snakes out of milliput.
Well,
Maybe I could have done it with green stuff. I just didn't think about that.
Well, yeah, I'll make them.
Okay.
And I'll try to update you as quickly as possible.
But that probably won't happen.
You're right. He is right. Rarely, but he's right.
Okay, let's move on to the big guy that's left over. Just because it's not it's not really.
Much like
Ray
the rest of
Harryhausen.
these,
This was just Shadows of Brimstone and birthday present. The little guy got me, but he did all the painting on it. The only thing I did was a little bit of the base work and put some tufts
also,
on.
I will say that I would have liked to be able to do the inside of the ribcage blue. The problem with that is I would have stabbed myself with the paintbrush if I tried.
But this is a fun miniature. It's going to be a lot of fun to use.
Also, I should have painted that glowing.
Think so?
Yes.
But, it's a massive, massive giant skeleton coming out of the ground that we will get a lot of use, not just in Shadows of Brimstone, but also in Dungeons & Dragons style games. And as you can see, by the size of the miniatures that are on the spin table, this thing is just huge.
I messed up the wet blending on most of the.
It still looks really good. It still looks really good. And you've only been trying to wet blend for
2 times.
For just a few months and.
Well, no, actually, a long time ago I did it, and it's some of my best work, I think. And.
Because you use more water.
Really?
Yeah.
I think it's because I use less water.
But there you have the Odokuro. Now let's bring out the dragons that aren't dragons of the month. You want to just put them both on there. There's no reason to do one at a time. The Afridi and the Jinn. Let's how we're facing it that way so that
I was thinking the other way around.
the light can get them. These were a lot of fun. They turned out really good. Using not only, but mostly the Army Painter speed paints. On the Afridi, I only used a little bit of yellow.
The Genie, I did a lot more than just speed paints.
You also used the color shifting
paints?
Yes,
I used color shifting paints on, I'm not sure if you can tell,
the sword.
but I used it on the sword, which in person has a effect, which I do want to go over with the second coat. Much like his skin, I might want to go a second coat with it, because I did it, then added the wash afterwards. Originally he just had just the color shifting paint, but that didn't look right.
But I really like the speed paints. What'd you think?
They're just contrast paints.
Well, yeah, but they gotta call it something else.
Of course. I didn't actually know contrast paint was a Citadel thing.
I'm pretty sure it's a trademark thing, but I could be wrong.
I mean, everyone just calls them contrast paints.
Right, and we
at least until Armor Painter made those.
Maybe and we've made our own contrast paints using Brent over at Goobertown's channel recipe with a slight modification, and later on.
They were good.
This year I'll probably do a whole nother video on homemade contrast paints, just because a couple of people have been asking about it, and I want to test them out against Army Painter and Citadel and see what's better, what we like to use, Obviously with homemade you can make more for cheaper, but not everybody has access to all the ingredients, and not everybody wants to, go that route, but...
I mean, you can certainly make more, I believe.
Oh, absolutely. But all in all, these were fun miniatures, fun paints to work with, and a whole lot of fun crafts this month. I hope you guys enjoyed all of the
So I'll try to get the effect shown.
all of the
Not
work
sure
we
if you
did
can
this
see
month.
it.
This was
Also I dry brushed the dress toga thing gold.
Oh, okay. I didn't notice that.
I only did it because I had the paint to do so.
Oh, okay.
And I remembered when painting the green dragon that it looked good.
Oh, okay. But there you have it, folks. I hope you guys enjoyed this month and the tribute to the genius of Ray Harryhausen. We hope we did his style justice in the things that we made. I would have really liked to have gone and done more monsters, but to be honest, giant scorpions were the only thing left that we didn't do, and there's really not much we could have done other than buy bigger plastic skeletons and just turn them into based miniatures for our games. And we're gonna probably be buying the Darkstone Scorpions this year.
Yeah, considering it seems every single week we're talking about giant scorpions.
Yeah,
Even though we didn't actually talk about that much on the live stream.
No.
But we should have.
Well, actually, we kind of did, but
That much.
And if you didn't see that live stream, that was with the Cigar DM. Not today, but last Sunday, we all talked about the original. And
No, I'm talking about today's live stream.
Oh no, we were talking about something completely different.
No, but there was a giant scorpion.
Oh, but
didn't you read the book?
Yeah, I
no,
did.
He didn't read the book.
I did read the book, but it was over a month ago. So since then I've read like 8 books. But
I think you're confused.
I'm always confused.
You're right. He is always confused.
But there you have it, folks.
Also, I finally got my flag, which was nice.
Oh.
Anyways, with that said, I think it's time to
wrap it up and say goodnight. It is Sunday, and it is the night before the first day of summer vacation for the little guy. So we will all have a whole lot of extra time for the next month.
Well, it already started.
Right, technically. And tomorrow we will be joining DM James over on his channel for a nice little chat. That's been something the little guy's been really looking forward to. Even though we were on a show last week, the little guy really didn't have as much to add to the conversation because we were talking about things that he just he's not an expert on those things. And tomorrow we'll have a little bit better conversation for the little guy. Hope you guys will come over there and give us a visit, and we will have a whole bunch of new things starting Tuesday for a brand new month, but you'll have to wait until Tuesday to see what it's all about, because it's another exciting month ahead of reviews, crafts, and general, mischief and mayhem from all of us here at the Shadow and Sun Show. So we hope you guys have a great week. Enjoy your summer. It's going to be a long, hot summer, but it's going to be a fun summer. And until next time, folks, we love you, and
good night.
Bye, everybody.